going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about what should you be getting day one for the Switch 2. Now, when thinking about the Switch 2 and day one pre-orders, what do you want personally? First of all, you obviously are going to get the systems. You have two options for the system. You either can get the one standalone option by itself, which just has the Switch 2, or you could get the one with the Mario Kart bundle. It really just depends on what you're planning to do. If you do not want to be picking up Mario Kart World in the future for $80, may as well bundle it up with the console to save some money while you're at it. Whether or not $50 or so is a little bit too pricey for you guys, it really just depends on what you guys think. I first want to start off with the console bundle itself. Personally, for me, I bought the one with Mario Kart included with it, and the reason for this is because standalone, at least here in Australia, Mario Kart World is $130, and personally for me, I'm not going to buy a $700 Switch and then buy Mario Kart for another $130 later down the track, because Mario Kart for me just isn't worth that much. No matter what, I'm not going to spend $130 on a Mario Kart game. This then only makes the bundle $770, so that only gives me $70 more, where here in Australia, all the Switch 1 games only cost $80 back then. Now each of them is $110 each. Now $130 is a big jump. It's a $20 difference here, and so for me, I decided I'd bundle it up with the bundle. And that's not to say I'm not excited for the game. Personally, Mario Kart 8 is one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm looking forward to this one. I just can't see myself buying it separately with all these other games going on around. The game that I did buy standalone though is, yes, you guessed it, Breath of the Wild. Personally, I've only ever owned Breath of the Wild once by borrowing it, but I've never fully played it. And I've seen trailers, and I've seen theory videos, and I've seen all the amazing lore that everyone goes on about, and I've seen all the amazing builds that you can make in the game, and I've seen everything. But to be honest, the thing that threw me off the most with Breath of the Wild are its graphical capabilities, and I thought to myself, I'm sure they'll remaster it in the future. It's Nintendo after all. And well, yes, there's a 4K 60 FPS version coming out with upgraded textures and everything. And to be honest, it looks like the way Breath of the Wild was originally designed, same with Tears of the Kingdom, but because of those graphic capabilities that the Switch 2 had, those limited them from showing the full capabilities of what they wanted the game to truly be. I do understand Nintendo's reasoning for wanting to relist this game for a higher price, because now you're not just buying Breath of the Wild with a few extra textures, you're playing the game in the way it's supposed to be, at that 120 FPS smooth frames per second, and it's meant to look like this. You're now going to be able to see way further in front than you would before. The view distance will be massively increased. When you put the two together, the first one looks like it's being played on a microwave screen compared to the new one. Personally, if you're not picking up this new Zelda game, what are you picking up? Because besides Donkey Kong Bonanza, what is there? The other game I have expressed interest in is the new Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Now, personally, I've never played any of the games before, but I've always, again, felt a little bit late to the party. So I've decided that I wasn't going to get it, until recently when I found out that they were about to release pre-orders for the Switch 2 version. Now, roughly in Australia, it's about $90 or so. So the question is, do I pre-order that, or do I pre-order Donkey Kong Bonanza? Now, personally, Donkey Kong Bonanza is great, and it would be great for content on this channel. And I'm sure you guys would love an in-depth review on that, and I would sure love to, especially with my Donkey Kong shirt. I feel like I kind of have to choose Donkey Kong Bonanza, but we'll just see what happens. Now, on to accessories. Accessories that I'm thinking about buying at the moment. I've seen the GameCube thing. I've seen the Nintendo Switch Online GameCube controller, and I'm sorry to say that I don't think I'm going to get one. With the Switch 1, I never bought the Pro controller due to it didn't act that good, so I just stuck with the regular Joy-Cons and the grip that it came with when I bought the console. Now, I've personally never had any problems with these controllers. I've never experienced drift. I've never experienced any of the Joy-Cons and the plastic pieces falling off. Like, they don't slide off easily. They're on there. However, this new controller, after watching heaps and heaps of reviews, they're trying to tell me that it may or may not be one of the best controllers that they've ever felt. And so I've expressed interest in wanting to buy one, but I'm not exactly sure if I want to hash that $120 price tag into it, considering that I'm already thinking about getting either Yakuza or Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's either between one of those three. Do I get Donkey Kong Bonanza, or do I get the controller? I have absolutely at the moment no problems with my Switch 1 Joy-Cons. I would love something different so that I'd have extra controllers when I have my friends around. Something I cannot stress enough that you guys should definitely get is the GameCube NSO. Nintendo GameCube was one of the lowest selling consoles, which means that so many people were not able to get interested into certain games. Such games like Pikmin were not given a fair chance until just recently when the 4th installment came out. It was only showing numbers then. By buying that expansion pack and by playing those games, you're expressing those interests in all those IPs, some of a lot of people's old favorite games, and they might say to themselves, it's time they get a new installment. They also showed a lineup of all the new GameCube games coming. There are going to be hundreds of GameCube games that are going to be released on this online subscription. For an extra $10 to $20 just to upgrade, $60 a year in Australia, that's worth it, man. For all these games that you're going to be getting on a live service that's adding new ones every single day, why wouldn't you want to get it? You're probably asking yourselves, well, Bang Bang Coop, what if I bought the Switch 2, but I don't have enough money for games? Well, that's why I personally would make you get the Mario Kart World Bundle, because at least then you'll have a game, and you have that time to get new games for it, but you still have a game with the console. Because why would you want to buy the console and then not have enough money for the game? You may as well buy the $70 Mario Kart World. I think people are seriously overlooking the GameCube feature that's coming to the Switch 2, because there are so many games in the GameCube that people love now and who want an entire new generation to play those games to get more interest going. The original Luigi's Mansion's going to be on there. Only going to get Super Mario Sunshine at 120 FPS that we've always wanted. We did have it in 3D All-Stars, but that only ran at 30 FPS. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they've done in upgraded textures. What games are you guys interested in? So in total, I ended up getting the Mario Kart World Bundle and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I'm excited to play both of those games on launch day. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.